This is written and directed by James Sweeney and it's his first full-length film. But not only that, he also stars in this, and he plays a man called Todd. A sexually confused man everyone just assumes is gay, but he himself doesn't seem so sure. And the story here is basically about him attempting to figure out that stuff. However, his life is further confused by the fact that he meets a woman he immediately hits it off with. An aspiring actress played by Katie Findlay, who I absolutely loved in this. I thought she was fantastic. And together too, I can only find one word to describe these two, and that's adorable. Because a lot of this movie is based around this quick, rapid-fire dialogue. These exchanges between characters that are usually pretty funny and witty. And yeah, the humor in this worked really great for me. I thought it was easily one of the funnier movies I've seen this year. And most of that comes down to great writing, both for the characters themselves, but also for the dialogue. But at the same time, the two main performances can't be overlooked either, because of their chemistry, and as I said, their individual delivery is just perfect too. So I really enjoyed this from that perspective. I just found it to be really endearing and entertaining. And visually I thought this was very well handled too. A very clean looking movie. Well lit with a lot of pastel colors, so it's not bright and in your face, more kind of muted. And it's shot in this square 4:3 aspect ratio, with every shot just immaculately framed, with everything looking very neat and perfectly symmetrical and perfectly lined up. And when it comes to the editing, they did some creative stuff every once in a while too. Usually with different split screen techniques, and I liked that, especially the one near the end. So from a technical perspective, especially when it comes to the pure visuals, I can't really complain at all. I just thought it was really well made, and I liked just about everything about it. And the same goes for the performances, the writing, and the pure entertainment value. However, as funny as it is on the surface, fundamentally this is actually kind of a sad movie. I mean, it's about someone who's struggling with their sexuality, really struggling. And there's not really anything all that funny about that, it's just kind of sad and unfortunate. So I couldn't help but to feel like this whole movie is a bit of a sad clown. It puts on a show and tries to be funny and entertain, but once the makeup comes off, there's a lot of pain and suffering beneath it. Which I guess brings me to the message and what the movie is actually trying to say. Because for most of the movie it seems just as conflicted as the main character. Like it doesn't really know where it stands and what its views are. Which then brings me to the ending that was sort of... I don't even really know. It wasn't what I was expecting, and it's not what most movies would have gone with. But at the same time it felt sort of refreshing too in that sense, I guess. And my initial reaction was, well, that's dumb. But the more I think about it, the more I actually like it. It's growing on me, and I think I see what it was trying to go for there. And it doesn't just spell it out for you, I guess you could interpret it in a few different ways. One way which is still kinda sad, but I don't think that's what it was going for. I think it's going for a more uplifting and empowering angle. A kind of don't let society tell you how to live your life kind of thing. And yeah, at the end of the day I didn't really mind it, because I completely agree with that sentiment. I mean, who cares what anyone else chooses to do with their life? That's up to them. But that's about it for this one, so would I recommend it? Yeah, sure, I think it's a very funny and charming little movie. So maybe give it a look, or maybe don't. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic. And if you'd like, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal through the links in the description. And as always, I appreciate you and thanks for watching.